Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he is out of bounds as they'll start past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
I just want to rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You won't kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Eagles at 9-7 now on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. 0 hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run here with a rookie. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, we can repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Come on. Dragon 60. 70, Timberwood.
To throw is Daniels. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
They'll run once more with JCN. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McClellan. And he's got this down to the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, these two teams met in our nation's capital earlier in the year, with the Commanders picking up the win at Northwest Stadium. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
19. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. He'll complete this one. Buakakwar. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him.
76.
Throwing now is Daniels. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Daniels pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
13-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, 73.
Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll drop the throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on, come on.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A
first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Looking to throw. And a loose football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Here we go. 18. Pass 18.
A final shot before break. Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now. 19 right.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andrew McCulba. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And he'll power its way up near the 25. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
Throwing is Hurts. Going right side here, and that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 1st down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
It's a 45-yard punt and a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Block.
Touchdown! Chigakakwo. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Up the middle with Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hot 70, hot 70. Pass for 11, pass for 11.
Back to throw. Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Taking on the midfield logo. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Great.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the stop there to Leo Chanel getting into the backfield and stopping it in his tracks.
25-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points. here in the fourth quarter. They'll come up now on second down.
Ready?
Out of the gun, they go with Krusty Moore. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Pass complete, Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
41-yard line.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
63.
He'll look to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle, got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
And now it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth.
16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Ready? 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Eagles, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.